presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Baltimore. We are Minnesota.
The Twins begin a new week and a new series. Tonight it's the start of 3 against the Chicago White Sox at Target Field. The Twins are 3.5 games behind Kansas City in the AL Central, and it has been a struggle for Chicago, losing 8 of the last 10 and bringing up the rear right now in the division. Good evening and welcome to Target Field. I'm Marnie Gellner. The Twins had such a home field advantage in the month of May, and they're trying to recapture that this week. After this series, the Twins won't be back at Target Field until July 8th. We look at the series set up now against these White Sox from Minnesota. The Twins will try to finish strong on the homestand. So far, they're 3-2 in games against the Cardinals and the Cubs here at Target Field, hoping for a winning homestand when all is said and done. The starters have been the story over the last 8, producing a 2.65 ERA, and that very much includes tonight's starter Tommy Milone, who retired 16 of his last 17 in his last start. Chicago has been struggling. The White Sox have lost 8 of 10, and they are 10 games back in the division. And this might be the best team that the Twins could see right now. Dick Bremer and Burt Blyleven in the head-to-head matchup. It has tilted in favor of the Twins lately.
Yeah, the Twins have struggled to score runs in the month of June, so who better to face now than the Chicago White Sox, because run scoring has not been a problem when the Twins have hit against the Chicago pitching.
No, they really haven't, especially tonight's starter, John Danks, but they will see Chris Sale. They will see Zamarza over the next couple days, but here tonight it's John Danks against Tommy Milone, and hopefully Milone is on like he was earlier against the White Sox, and right now, you know what? Against Danks, it's the Twins who have scored a lot of runs. But against the Sox over the last 7 ball games, you see 45 runs scored and a very good earned run average. So they're doing the right things to be 6-1 against Chicago.
Well, we just showed you that the Twins starting rotation has been outstanding, 5th in the American League in ERA. Tommy Milone, a big part of that. Started out okay, then had a couple of disappointing starts. Spent some time in Rochester, but now is pitching very well.
Yeah, he went down to Rochester with a purpose. 4-0, only allowed 1 run in 35 innings, and then when he came back, he's done a very good job. For Milone, it's all about changing speeds. All 4 corners. Not an overpowering fastball. He has to keep it down like that. And then gets ahead in the count. He'll get good hitters to chase that breaking ball like he did against the Cardinals.
Again, the Twins would like to get back into the routine of winning series. They have a chance to make this a winning homestand, a 5-3 homestand, if they can simply take 2 out of 3 from the White Sox. We've got the opening game coming up in a moment. Fox Sports North is presented by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. By Dodge. Come discover great deals during the Dodge Drive and Discover event. By Bud Light. Stay in the game and drink responsibly. And by Luther Nissan Kia. 2 locations, 1 very low price. The Twins started this 8-game homestand with a pair of impressive playoff-style wins against the Cardinals, and then they won the opener with the Cubs. Then the Twins ran into some very good starting pitching from the Chicago side. First John Lester, and then Jake Arrieta yesterday. Twins weren't able to get much done offensively, and they still hope to win at least a couple out of this 3-game series, end up at least with a 5-3 homestand before they head out on the road.
Yeah, they have struggled in June. The Twins in the month of June are 7-13, and offensively for the Twins, not scoring a lot of runs, just averaging 2.8, but they are facing a club for the next 3 days that almost have the same type of problem the Twins have, you know, in the month of June. The White Sox are 7-12 in the month of June. And they, too, have had a tough time scoring runs.
Last in the league in runs scored and last in the American League Central, yet Robin Ventura can afford a smile. This is the start of a critical road trip, many believe, for the White Sox. 3 games here, and then 4 games in Detroit, then a couple of games in St. Louis. So they need to start playing much better than they have at any point this year. The White Sox batting order brought to you by Menards. Adam Eaton leading things off. Avisaíl Garcia, Jose Abreu, Melky Cabrera. Big difference. Adam LaRoche, Alexei Ramirez, Gordon Beckham, Giovanni Soto doing the catching and batting 8th, and then Carlos Sanchez.
And for the second time this season, it'll be Tommy Milone making a start against the White Sox. Back in Chicago, he made a start against the White Sox, got some early run support, worked 7 2/3 innings of shutout baseball, only allowed 2 hits, and in his career, this is his 6th start against the White Sox, 2-0 with a 1.39 earned run average in his first 5 starts.
Northland Ford defense for the Twins. Eddie Rosario in left, Byron Buxton in center, Torrey Hunter in right. Bloof, Nunez, Dozier, Mauer, the infielders, Suzuki behind the plate. The White Sox won that opening series in Chicago 2-1. Since then, the Twins have won 6 of 7, including a 4-game sweep here, where the Twins outscored the White Sox 31-8. Adam Eaton to get things started. He'll be followed by Garcia and Abreu. Foul back on the first pitch.
Yeah, we'll show you a lot of numbers from the White Sox, not having type of years that they normally have. Eaton last year hit 300 in his first season with the White Sox. Comes into this at bat hitting 242. Guy you want to keep off the bases. Guy that likes to run a lot.
This one hit to right. Hunter tracking it. 1 away. And that'll bring up Garcia. Twins have done a good job pitching to a lot of the Chicago batters, principally Jose Abreu. He would be the guy of which you would say before a series, we don't want this guy to beat us, and Abreu hitting just 162 against the Twins. But then there is Garcia, who is hitting 13 for 26 against the Twins this year. Swing and a miss. No home runs, though. 3 runs batted in, but a .500 batting average nonetheless.
Yeah, Garcia, of course, the Twins saw him with the Tigers when he first came up in 2012. Now in his 3rd season with Chicago.
One knuckles its way out to center field, and Buxton retrieves it on a couple of hops. Another hit for Garcia with 1 out in the first. That'll bring up Abreu. Beautiful weather expected for tonight's game, tomorrow night's game, Wednesday afternoon's game, and here are the umpires who will work the series. Adrian Johnson has the plate tonight. Bill Miller at first, Doug Eddings at second, Jim Wolf at third. Abreu with just 6 hits in 37 at bats, 1 home run against the Twins. And Malone with a cutter over the inside corner.
Hey, he did a good job against Abreu back in April. He did walk Abreu, but Abreu 0 for 4. The only 2 hits that Tommy Milone allowed back in April was a bunt single to Micah Johnson and a double to Tyler Flowers. That was it.
Johnson's no longer with the team, and Flowers isn't catching today. 1-1.
Hasn't been a lot of power behind Abreu, so a lot of clubs are kind of pitching around this guy.
Foul tip, 1-2.
Which puts more pressure on Abreu. He's going up there wanting to hit the long ball. 50 times he has struck out already in 250 at-bats. Does have 12 home runs. He's driven in 40.
1-2. Just missed the inside corner.
Well, that's a good pitch right there, and that's where Tommy Milone tried to pitch Abreu in April. Hard in. Don't let him extend his arms. Adrian Johnson behind the plate. That's a pitch that hopefully they will continue to throw and don't give up on. And Suzuki going back inside again.
Foul back. The Twins have pitched Abreu inside a lot. I think they've seen, or at least last year, saw his power to the opposite field if you leave it out over the plate.
Well, we saw Milone do so well in his last start against the Cardinals, is exactly what he's trying to do Abreu here. Then he'll drop that slow curveball just on the other side of home plate, and he ended up picking up 5 strikeouts.
In the dirt.
That's the changeup right there.
Suzuki was set up outside, and Milone delivered it low. Full count. Abreu, a big strikeout guy.